So I noticed
Feels
you
good, man.
wrote down PAX West TwitchCon. Now neither of us went to PAX West.
Nope.
But
But we are preparing. It is TwitchCon month, and we've been to
It
our
is.
fair share of
Oh,
PAXs.
oh my gosh,
Our fair
conventions.
share. Conventions in general, yeah.
Yeah,
And so I kind of wanted to. I thought it would be a good, fun time to kind of break down conventions, like what to expect, essentials, how to make the most of your con, maybe like how to approach a streamer, or a YouTuber, or a content creator that you're trying to meet while you're there, and just kind of go through our thoughts on that leading into TwitchCon.
I agree with that. I think that's good. Those are really good topics. I feel like there's a lot of people who are scared to go to these conventions because they really don't know what to expect. And then when they get there, they don't really know how to navigate it or handle the situation. And there's definitely right ways and there's definitely wrong ways. So I think talking about this and discussing this is probably really good because I'm sure there's a lot of people who have the desire to go. They just don't know what to expect and they're a little hesitant, you know? So do you want to start with your con essentials or just...
Oh, dude, a checklist of things that you must bring to cons.
Mhm.
I would bring a small little backpack. A lot of cons are pretty strict on the backpack sizes, so make sure you have something that you can, a fanny pack, something that you can carry things with. Now, obviously, you need a portable charger that would be incredible to you. Maybe an extra one for your friends. I remember 2 TwitchCons ago, I had so many phones from friends just sticking out of my backpack because I was charging everyone's phones. You need one. Okay.
It's true.
A camera, phones, make sure your phones are good. Bring a camera if you want to, you want to make memories. Deodorant is absolutely essential.
Deodorant.
Just hygiene products in general. Make sure you bring in deodorant, some toothpaste. I feel like this is all just like travel essentials, not just con essentials.
Hand sanitizer will save you.
Dude. Hand sanitizer and something like vitamin C tablets, emergency, something like that.
It's a lot of germs, a lot of people in there.
Yeah, maybe some headache medicine, something. It can be long nights, you know.
Yeah, headache medicine. You mean hangovers?
No, dude, these cons can be very overwhelming. Okay, there's a lot of things happening, a lot of people talking, a lot of like you're it's like sensory overload. You're looking at a lot of things. There's people to your left playing video games, shouting about how much they love such and such. There's people over here screaming that Nintendo's better, and you're like trying to peek in because Nintendo has it all blocked off, and you can't really see anything, and you just want to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot. There's a lot going on.
Okay. Yeah. So, no, I agree.
Is there anything else that I'm missing?
I would say those are definitely the essentials. I cannot stress enough. Like I went to a lot of conventions, and every time I'd come home, and we call it the PAX plague because man, it's really hard not to. You go to PAX, you come back, and it's like, oh, I'm feeling good for a couple days, and then it just hits you, and you're sick, your throat hurts,
tickle in the back. Of
and then it takes over, and we call it the PAX plague because it's a real thing. There's just so many people. It's sweaty and hot and germs,
hands,
and you're shaking.
Things.
People are coughing and sneezing, and it's just it is a cesspool. It can be disgusting. So bring a lot of protection, not only for your body, but for your penis and your vagina too. Make sure you're very safe. Drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated. Dude, drink a lot of water. Super important. Not only and if you're over 21 and you're going to a convention, there's a lot of convention parties. Basically how these. Sorry, front page. Well, it's true. Safe sex. Practice it.
I feel like that's important to say.
Yeah, exactly. So, but at conventions, like basically how the conventions lay out is you go to a convention during the day, and then at night, usually you'll go to like some post parties. You can bounce around. There's a lot of like hopping from one party to another, or maybe you and your friends and a group of people just show up at a bar. There's just so much to do, especially in the nightlife as well for PAXs, that you really need to be prepared for all of it. So another thing is, and I know early on, I feel like a lot of us had problems with this, but you want to bring clothing for nighttime too.
Nice clothes.
You got to wear some nice clothes at night because some parties actually do have dress codes. So if you come in with like sneakers and shorts on and a tank top, you might not
like one nice outfit.
Yeah, you might not get in.
Pair of shoes, slacks, maybe a nice couple nice shirts.
Like a button up. Button ups are key. Boys, trust me, you got to have button-ups if you're going to PAX. It's just what people do, or any conventions.
Fun to dress up every now and again.
Yeah,
I actually really
you look good.
I look forward to convention parties because I never have an opportunity to dress up when I'm home. So like the convention parties are like my opportunity to like dress up and look fancy for a night, you know, and it feels good. It's good.
He's rocking his jorts. I've seen you rock jorts. You do like jorts.
I've been known to dabble.
Yeah, I've seen you dabble in the jorts.
Yeah.
So we got to move on to, I think this is key, approaching content creators. So a lot of you guys, you know, there's a lot of content creators. There's a lot of people who go, streamers, YouTubers, and you will have opportunities to meet them, even probably outside of like normal meetups. Obviously, if you're going to these conventions, you want to meet people, you know, follow them on Twitter. Make sure you're looking through. I'm sure a lot of people that are going will announce where they will be at certain times. That's a good way to be able to meet up with them. But on top of that, I really want to go emphasize like how to approach and talk to people at these conventions, because I've been going along.
Not just at conventions. Just this is going to be good information just ever in life.
Just in general,
I have in my head.
For me personally, I'm a very easy person to approach. Like if you come up to me and you go, "Hey man," you know, you don't even have to say sorry to bother you. You really don't have to do that because you're not bothering me.
You're not a bother.
Yeah, you're not a bother. But if you come up to me and you go, "Hey man, you look like GoldGlove. Are you GoldGlove?" I'm not going to say, no, get the fuck away from me. Like, I'll never do that to you.
Ugly, stupid.
I would say, like, hey, man, yeah, what's up? Like, what's your name? How's it going? I would be polite. I would say hello. And I promise you, 99% of the content creators that you'd approach and you say something like that, they will also be very polite and say hello back. Now, I think where a lot of people, and I'm sure most of you are socially, what's the word I'm looking for? Socially acceptable in the sense that you know how to handle most situations, but there are people who kind of overstep boundaries. Now, yeah, socially inept. There's some people who are not able to really, like, they go up, they meet somebody,
situations,
and then they kind of just hover. Don't hover.
Linger.
If you don't know somebody, don't hover around them. Don't linger. Don't try to follow them. You know, meet them, say hello, maybe, you know, ask, you know, talk to them for a second, have a chat. And then, you know, you gotta go and you kind of do one of your own things. You know what I mean? You can't just hover and like try to follow people, because it really gives off like scary vibes. It's kind of creepy.
Invading their bubble. Yeah. Like we're so down to meet any and everyone, right? But like we don't like we don't have like the time to just like sit there and like hang out. And then if we're trying to do things and you're following us around the convention and stuff, like it puts us in an awkward situation, because it's like, it's kind of difficult to like turn around and be like, hey, do you mind not doing that? Like it puts us in the scenario where we have to be assholes about it, or seem to be assholes about it, but just like respect our personal space and our privacy. We love meeting everyone and anyone, like I said, but there has to be that divide there.
Yeah, there's definitely a fine line. So basically just don't like hover and just like follow people around and stalk people. Basically, I mean, because I've gotten to the point now, like it's happened a couple times, like even in recent conventions, and I'll just be like, hey, dude, it was good to meet you, but I'm going to go do my own thing now. Like I know how to kind of diffuse the situation, but it does put people in a really awkward position where you don't know how to handle it. And like I remember our first couple conventions, like we'd have some people follow us, and like I'm like, dude, how do I tell this guy not to follow us? Like this is so weird. Goodness. Like why is he following us everywhere we go? Like
I just had a flashback to our first convention. Our first PAX together, we met up with a friend who was with somebody, right? This is just a random person. He introduced us to this person, this random kid, and dude, our friend left, and this kid was just hanging out with us and following us around, and we thought it was a mutual friend. And then turns out it was just some random dude who knew our friend and like was pawned off to us and was just following us around.
Was I a part of this?
Yes.
I was?
And so,
oh, no. I don't remember this.
And so we were trying to be polite, thinking it was like a mutual friend, and it turned out it was just but he was following us everywhere. Yeah. And we didn't know at the time, like we didn't want to be like, oh, you know, don't follow us everywhere. But You know?
Yeah, it definitely puts us in a weird
Just makes us feel uncomfortable.
So
and you don't ever want to do that.
And someone asked in the chat, like, do you mind if people ask for pictures? Absolutely not. No. If you come to a convention and you meet me,
pictures.
Yeah, take a picture with us. Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's take
more
pics.
Pictures.
Yeah.
All I ask is that if we take a picture, you tweet them at me.
Yeah, tweet it at us.
I want to see them. That's all. I would love to take pictures with you guys.
I like retweet and be like, hey, I got to meet all these beautiful people today. This is awesome. You know, it's like it goes in my personal. I almost said spank bank, but I didn't. Memory bank. It's just
bro.
Maybe my spank bank too. It depends on what you look like. I'm looking at you, Minnesota.
All right,
you're a beautiful specimen.
I wanted to say, just as far as meeting people in general, it's always a good rule of thumb to start with your name. Yeah. The amount of times I've had people come up to me and just like, Vern, and then like shake my hand, and then like I have to like pry information out of you, like just normal general information. It makes the situation really uncomfortable.
I think some people are nervous, and so they kind of they're shy, they clam up.
That's like the best start you can possibly have. Hey, Brennan, I'm Vern. I love your streams. It's a pleasure to meet you. Can I have a picture?
That was not as important to me because I can. If someone comes up to me and goes, "Hi, GoldGlove," I'll just instantly go, "Hi, how's it going? What's your name?" That's the first thing I start with. I always ask someone their name.
I feel like you want to leave an impression with people, right? And like, don't get me wrong. If I've forgotten people's names that I've like, they're mutual friends.
I forget names.
Like you meet as soon as you so many people. I've had a conversation with people, and as soon as we leave the conversation, we part ways. I'm like, what were their names? Oh my goodness, I'm such a terrible person
with everyone.
But that's why you lead with your name when you're meeting someone. Even if we've met before at a convention or something like that, just always lead with your name. I feel like that's a really good opener.
Fair enough. But yeah, conventions are so important now that I feel like we should definitely cover this kind of stuff. You know, just in case, you know, you don't really know how to act, you don't really know the etiquette. This will help you when you go to a convention to meet some people. So
and then also take advantage of meet and greets. I know the majority of content creators at conventions will have some sort of meet and greet somewhere. I know we used to do them literally in the lobby at PAX West. Mm-hmm. We would like outside of the convention, like we'll tweet about it. And take the time at the convention. If you see a content creator that's out after hours and they're drinking with their friends and they're having a good time, it's probably not the best time to sit there and approach them because they're trying to decompress. Conventions can be really overwhelming to everyone, ourselves included. And so sometimes just after the fact, we just want to hang out and relax and not have to be on, if that makes sense. Not have to not saying that like our personalities are fake or anything like that, but it's at a different level than what a normal conversation with us would be. Like I'm not saying, hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy VernNotice every single time I meet anyone.
Yeah, you are. That's how we talk every time we hang out.
So like just please be respectful of content creators.
Just to people in general, but yes.
Yeah.
But
it's a good rule of thumb.
When I'm at PAX, I don't actually really mind. Like if we're out at like a bar or something and someone comes up to me and is like, hey, Goldie, big fan. Like, and can I take a picture? Like that doesn't bother me at all. I'm at a convention. I'm there to hang out with people. You know, it's like, if you want to come and have a conversation with me, like come and talk to me. It's all good. Like I'm not there. I'm not going to bite you. I'm a human being. I like to socialize too, especially if I'm at a bar. I'm there to socialize and meet people. So fucking come up, say hello. You know, let's have a beer. It'll be easy peasy. So everyone's different, but don't be scared, man. People don't bite, and if they're dicks and they're rude to you, then fuck them. They're not worth your time.